inside the Nutter Center, where the Panthers win their 4th in a row by a final of 82-60 over the previously undefeated Wright State Raiders. Out here with Steph Kostowicz. We'll get to Steph in a moment, but first with head coach Kyle Rechlicz. Coach, I said this after the Valpo game on Saturday. It was as complete a game as you've played all year. This one was even more so. Very impressive.
You know, I just think our team is playing with so much confidence right now. They're really bought into one another, sharing the basketball, and I think that was shown with our 19 assists tonight. But just all in all, I mean, we have this sense about us right now that we haven't had all year. I mean, it's exciting to be on our team. Every day we walk into practice, we're focused, we have energy. Every day we step on the court for games, we have the same. So there's not been any letdown since we started conference, and I really am proud of where our team's at.
Let's start on what you did offensively. You put up 82 points. That's second most points that Wright State has allowed all year. What went so well for you early, especially, that kind of got your team on a roll?
Well, I think we have two versatile posts in Emma Roenberg and Steph Kostowicz. They can both score in the paint, and they both can shoot outside. And so we knew with how big that they were that we needed to pull their bigs from outside and really capitalize that, looking for our bigs at the beginning. So once they got hot, they had to start changing things up. That left Alexis open. She came in and hit some threes right off the bat. And we just moved the ball really well. We didn't have a lot of turnovers at the beginning of the game, which I think really helped us, and that's why we scored so much in the first half. But a lot of it had to do with our post players. I mean, we told both Steph and Emma at the beginning of the game that they had to look to score from the perimeter of this game, and they did. And that just shows where they're stepping up as, you know, a freshman and a sophomore to come into a big game like this and hit shots is really huge for our team.
Defensively against Kim Demings, preseason player of the year, their best player. What was the key to her? She finished with 25, and a lot of that was after halftime, and you were already up by a couple dozen.
We were really locked into her at the beginning of the game. I think everybody was really focused on not letting her get easy shots, making her work for everything. And obviously, she's an extremely talented player, and she hit some big shots on us, you know, down the stretch. I thought a lot of our shots that she hit were contested, even down the road. I mean, we had 6-2s on her, and she's hitting jump shots over us, and that's a testament to who she is as a player. She'll go down as one of the best to ever play in our league. But we were, as a team, we were focused on not letting her take over the game, making other people have to be scorers for them. And at the beginning of the game, we were really focused on that.
Let's turn our attention now to one of those post players, coach, that you just mentioned, Steph. You go back-to-back 20-point games, Valpo and here against Wright State. Talk about how you guys were able to get out of the gate so quickly against a really good team.
I mean, Lex gets hot really fast, so I think that definitely helps us when she's able to really stretch out the defense, especially when we're driving their posts, who tend to give up drives sometimes, and then everyone else has to help in. So having people like her and Emma who can shoot, it really stretches them out, puts a lot of pressure on them.
What was the game plan going up against Vander Kiel, the tallest player in the league, as far as working her around the basket? What did you think you had to do, and what were you able to do against her?
Essentially, the game plan was not to go up against her, power through it like you would a normal post player. It was to bring her out, Sigma on her, really stretch her around the perimeter, Sigma when you get in the post, and then take her.
When you play in a game like this, I guess take me out onto the floor and put me in the position and let the fans know what it's like when you are in a venue like this against such a good team and you are rolling early. Is there any sense of let up, or are you reminding yourself to keep the pedal to the metal?
Not at all. There was a point where we were up 30-something points, and we were still reminding each other that this is a team that can make runs, they can come back, we can hit threes out of nowhere, so we need to get up on them and not stop.
If you were to boil it down to the one thing that your team is doing so good right now to win 4 in a row, what would that be?
Consistency.
I like it so much better than...
Well, consistency. We'll look for that again on Saturday at Northern Kentucky. Thanks, Steph.
Yep.
Coach, I'll turn to you one final time. Northern Kentucky, you look for your 5th straight win on Saturday. They play Green Bay tough here tonight.
Yes, they're a very good team. They fight really hard. They're like a lot of those teams in our league, those hustle type teams, like the Youngstowns, the Valpos, the Green Bays, where they can put up big numbers because they have players that can score inside, players that can score outside, and it's going to be a tough matchup for us. We played a hard game tonight. You would have thought, I would have been able to get some of our starters some rests, but we played them a lot of minutes, and so we've got to take these next 2 days and prepare for a very, very good Northern Kentucky team.
She used a good word. What's the one word you would use to explain why your team is playing so well right now?
I'd say heart and leadership. I think that, I know it's 2 words. You asked for one.
Technically it's 3, heart and leadership.
You're correct. But I just couldn't let those other ones go. We've got really amazing leadership in Sydney Howard and Jordan Swan right now. I mean, and even Steph Kostowicz they're demanding so much from their teammates and from each other. It's incredible. And then the heart. I mean, like I said, every day we step on the court is the same thing, whether it's a game or it's practice. There's times I had to hold us back in practice because I'm worried about injuries. We're playing so hard, and I think that carries you a long way. That effort, that focus, that mentality to just get it done, finding a way to get it done. We always talk about we're playing for the name on the front of our jerseys, and that's Milwaukee. And we're really playing like that all out all the time.
Panthers 4 straight wins, haven't won 5 in a row since the 07-08 campaign. We'll have the radio broadcast again for you Saturday night, 6 o'clock on the Big 920 right here at mkepanthers.com. You have all the information. Coach, very impressive again. Best of skills.
Thank you.
Saturday night.
Thanks.